When it comes to inspecting rooms, offices, and locations, the ability to accomplish tasks in a faster manner can be a big boost for any company. Fresh off a second straight win at the ISSA Innovation Awards, Cleantelligence Software offers a way to cut down on wasted time. Cleantelligence's latest award-winning creation, Mobile Surveys, makes it easy to get things done in a short period of time. Anyone, even visitors, can scan a QR code with their mobile device, then use that survey to submit requests to the building service contractor or facility manager. The process is quick, so the janitorial staff can respond to the request right away. These rapid responses allow management to not only keep their clients happy because communication is enhanced, but it also increases the productivity of each employee. In turn, the increased productivity of each employee makes for a better, more efficient organization by allowing them to accomplish important tasks while out in the field. Scott Peterson of World Cleaning Services Company agrees. He says it's been very helpful to be able to rely on Cleantelligence mobile app while going to a building as opposed to having to communicate through email. It's also much easier to attach pictures while doing an inspection or work order. Kickstart your push for increased productivity by taking advantage of Mobile Surveys by Cleantelligent. Contact us at 801-375-0375 or visit us at www.cleantelligent.com for more information on how you can increase productivity and cut down on wasted time. Welcome to Tripodcast, episode 338. It's Monday, January 6th, and welcome to the first Tripodcast of 2014. Welcome also to our newest sponsor, Cleantelligent. And it's fitting that Cleantelligent is a sponsor for this Tripodcast, as it's all about time. Today, Dick Ollek examines what it costs to waste just 5 minutes a day. Let's listen in.
Welcome. In this session today, I want to talk a little bit about time and our people. Several years ago, I made a chart and in which I talked about 5 minutes. What 5 minutes a day costs you if you waste it, and how many people you have working for you times 5 minutes times what you pay and how much money it costs you in a year. I thought it would be kind of an interesting thing to kind of review that again with those of you that are watching us today. In fact, it'd be a good thing to review with those people that aren't watching us today. But if they're not watching us, they probably can't see this. So let me talk a little bit about this. You've seen this chart possibly. And by the way, as I go through this, and if you'd like, you can go to my website and download it. It's free. But it's an interesting chart to look at and to maybe share with people in your organization. And again, not as a look how you're wasting time, but rather how we can be more efficient. For instance, if your hourly rate is, let's say, $10 an hour, and you employ 10 people, and they waste 5 minutes a day, 10 people being paid $10 an hour, wasting 5 minutes a day, costs you $2,520 a year, $2,520 a year. Now, I read somewhere, and this is old information, but probably 5 years old, but I read where the average 4-hour employee gave us about 2.5 hours worth of productive work, and the average 8-hour employee gave us about 5.5 hours of productive work. Now, I didn't create those numbers, and I'm not going to tell you that that's exactly right, but I know I read the survey or read the story about it. But think about that. I'm giving you 5 minutes a day here, and if they are in fact, your employees are in fact as productive or non-productive as I just said, you got some big dollars that are maybe going out the back door. But let's look at, for instance, you're paying $10. Let's say you have 100 employees, and they waste $5 minutes a day. That's $25,200. That's a lot of money, isn't it? I shared this at a BSCAI convention several years ago, a similar chart to this, and I had a gentleman come up to me after it was over, and after my presentation was over, and he said, "You make me sick." And I said, "Well, thank you." I try not to make people sick when I speak. And he said, "Well, that's not what I'm talking about." But he said, "I live in a large city in the Northeast, and I'm averaging about $15 an hour for my people, and I've got over 3,000 people." And he said, "You multiply that out," and he said, "I am losing a lot of money." So, let me just go to the chart. $15 an hour. Going over here, my chart only goes to 2,000 people. But anyway, if you have 2,000 people and you're averaging $15 an hour and they waste 5 minutes a day, your dollars lost are $756,000, $750,000. That's 5 minutes a day for 2,000 employees, making $15 an hour. Now, again, you can get this off my website, and in fact, I'd recommend you do that. Now, I used this, and we reviewed this annually with our managers. And again, please remember, I did not use it as a whip to, crunch them. What I used it for is usually as you're going through the analysis of your accounts, and you're saying, we just need more time here. Or if we just had a little bit more time, we could get everything done. So we're just going to maybe have to raise the price. And I would use this chart just to kind of remind people that maybe if we can just save 5 minutes a day with that crew, maybe we don't have to raise the price. And that's what we used it for. We didn't use it to, whip people and whip them into shape, so to speak, and get them to work. That wasn't the purpose at all. The purpose was think about these numbers when you're thinking about should we raise a customer's invoice. Because I will tell you that at least my experience has been that when I asked for price increases, they were always quick to remind me of the times they saw my employees sitting down. Ever had that happen to you? They can come up with all the times that they walked through the building in the evening, or somebody walked through the building in the evening and saw our crew sitting down. And they said, if your people would just work, you wouldn't have to raise the price. So it's just kind of a general reminder. I encourage you to download this and use it to as best you can in a positive way. I think it'll be a rewarding experience for you. It'll be an eye-opening experience for you as well. And thanks for watching us today.
You've been listening to a Tripodcast, short video and audio presentation about important topics in our industry. If you're a current subscriber to the Tripodcast, thank you. We appreciate it. If you're not yet a subscriber, please check it out. It's free and it's easy. Come to www.tripodcast.com, enter your email address on the right-hand column, and click subscribe. We'll send you out a new Tripodcast every Monday morning.